Hello everyone. Today we're gonna do another pick a card reading. So I'm gonna do a question that I've not done in a while. Self-love messages, right? So I'm actually inspired by the new song that Demi Lovato had with Marshmello. It's called "It's Okay Not to Be Okay," and I realized that Demi actually set up a Spotify playlist with the theme "It's Okay Not to Be Okay." So I decided I wanted to incorporate that this time because the message in her song is pretty strong, and also I want to acknowledge and respect the pain, the life she's gone through, the challenges she's gone through, and also the effort that she's been putting in to help those around her. So what we have for you today is 4 emojis for you to choose from, and with each one of them I have a song that I got off the shuffle from the It's Okay Not to Be Okay playlist. So they're your songs. And then I also have the botanical inspiration for your oracle message, and also Paulina tarot, which will get again 3 cards as usual. First is for your situation, second is why you're not feeling okay, and third would be your guidance, your message from the Paulina tarot. Alright, so we'll get to shuffling. So I'm going to shuffle all of them one by one, and in the meantime you can have a look at which pile you want to choose. Okay, so we're gonna start shuffling. I'm gonna begin my shuffle with my botanical inspiration deck. So let's see. So can we have an inspiration card for the first pile, Numero Uno? Okay. Can we have a card for, oops. Can we have a card for buy cash? Give me a card for buy cash. Alright, nice. Can we have a card for ooh la la? Too many. Can we have a card for ooh la la? That's nice. And last card for a white flag. Can we have a card for a white flag? Too many. Can we have a card? One card succinct for the white flag. Oh dear. Alright. Only one appeared upright, and I'm gonna take that one. Okay. Did I drop the card somewhere? No, it's supposed to. Alright. Okay. So next we're gonna have our tarot cards. Can we have a card for Numero Uno? What is Numero Uno's situation? What is Numero Uno's situation? Okay, I have 2 cards. So this one is going to be your situation, the reason why you are upset. And last card for message for you. Message for Numero Unos. Message for those who chose Numero Uno. Alright, next, for those who chose by cash, what is your situation? Ah, dear, everything was falling off. There we go. Alright, your situation, why you're upset about it, and lastly, any message for you? Alright, next is ooh la la. What is your situation? What is your situation? For those who choose ooh la la. Okay. Why are they not feeling okay? I got 2 cards. No, I'm not having this. Please give me the reason why Paltry Ulala is not feeling okay. An advice for Paltry. Okay. The last one, the white flag pile. What is the situation with white flag? And why are they not feeling okay? Alright. Okay. And lastly, what is this, the message for those who choose the white flag? Alright. So we have all the cards. I'm going to put them all aside and start with pile number 1. So I'll see you in your reading, guys. Okay, so hello to those of you who chose pile number 1, Numero Uno. So let's talk a bit about the emoji that you've chosen. Alright, so this set is actually a new set that I just made recently to upgrade the emoji bubbles that I had. And because I decided to make it a bigger card, I had a bit of space to write on the side. And yeah, I've had some accompanying words to go along with it. Some of them are motivational, but they are mostly meant to be complementary to the number. So yours is Numero Uno. Who's number 1? You are. Damn straight. Okay, so I really like that. I also really like how it's the first one to drop out when I was choosing the cards. Yes, I do shuffle them to see which one would come up. So for this, it's pretty straightforward. You're either, right now you're making yourself priority, or you should be making yourself priority. Because who's number 1? You are. Damn straight. Okay, so let's see what's the song that you have for you. Unbroken by Demi Lovato. That's a very nice song. Alright, so this is from her Unbroken album. You can look it up on Spotify. I'll probably put in a link on the description for probably both YouTube and Spotify. Alright, so alright, let's see your first card. I think I'll have a look at this last. Put it this way. Okay? Alright, so what is your current situation? What are you having an issue with? Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. So Queen of Cups, well, we know that the cups are feelings, right? And suddenly right now I'm feeling this Queen of Cups has something to do with a mother figure. Okay, maybe it's not, but for some of you, it might have something to do with a mother figure. Or perhaps someone is being very uncaring, unnurturing to you, and this is making you feel a bit sad. Alright, so let's see why you're not feeling okay about it. Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups is bringing those feelings, right? Bringing those feelings to someone. So with it being in reverse, it seems like you are unable to bring forth your feelings to this person. Perhaps you're not allowed to express your feelings to them. Or perhaps you just don't know how to express your feelings to them in a way that they will understand. Perhaps the person you're dealing with has some avoidant personality issues, and this is why you're feeling not okay, because you're having an issue with displaying, delivering your emotions to this person. So let us have a look with, okay, alright, so I know that this reading, the theme of it is it's okay not to be okay. Alright, so the core of that is to mean that everyone has issues, everyone has problems, and while we are having problems, it's alright to admit that instead of pretending that we'd have none. And at the same time, of course, none of us want to not be okay. It's okay not to be okay. But if we could help it, we would like to be okay as soon as we can. Alright? So, this is an advice on how perhaps you could shorten the span in which you are not feeling okay. Page of Pentacles. I like how, do you see how this is going? It's the Queen of Cups to the Knight to the Page. But the first thing that I'm thinking right now is that it's telling you to take a step back. Okay? Start with a small gesture. And do you see how it's been cups and suddenly it's pentacles? What's also coming to me is that perhaps you should start in a different way than you have been doing all this while. Because as you can see, it's been blocked. Again and again, perhaps. You're trying to give your feelings, but it's not being accepted. It's not being... it's giving me a very heavy Four of Cups feeling. So, one thing that I recently realized is that this card is very similar to the Fool in the Paulina tarot. Okay, you can see how it's very similar. And so, I feel that, like I said, take a step back, start it with a very small gesture, and make that gesture something a bit more grounded, something that has less emotions, and perhaps more, I don't really want to say material kind of feel, but yes, give them something a bit more 3D. Okay, I'm not asking you to go and buy a present for them. Okay, I'm not asking you to go and spend money on the person, right? You can't simply buy love, buy gifts for people. But try to see in what way can you give them something more tangible. Perhaps if it's a parent, perhaps you could try doing a chore for them. Perhaps you could offer them a meal. Okay, cook something for them. And maybe you can even hand make something, right? You can hand make stuff and give it to them as an offer. But going back to this numero uno, who's number one? You are? Okay. You can see how there's this rabbit along with the person. So what I'm thinking is that maybe Alright, so the Page of Pentacles, the pages, okay, all of the pages, they're also meant to as a child, right? Someone who is immature. Huh? And with this rabbit here, I feel like this rabbit is, well, you know, some of you could have pets that you can probably spend a bit more time with, but what I'm also feeling is kind of like a guardian who looks after the child. Okay, so this guardian, to me, I'm feeling that this needs to be you. Okay, so while you're taking the step back and while you're trying out something new to offer to the person, I feel like you should also keep watch on yourself. Alright? Of course, this person might be very important to you, but if you might have some codependency issues, you could look that up. Alright? It might be something that you need to heal from. Because there's a big difference when you love someone while you are in pain, and also when you love someone while you are complete in your whole self. Okay, there's a very big difference between choosing someone while you are sick and choosing someone while you're in the best of your health. It'll come out really differently. Okay, so let's have a look at your botanical inspiration. Gerbera daisy, purity, cheerfulness, innocence. If that is not the essence of the page, I don't know what is. So let's have a look at your inspirational message for the Gerbera daisy. The child finds innocent pleasure in picking a daisy and discovers joy when she gives that flower to someone special. When you spread joy around, you will find that you have more than you started with. That is so the Page of Pentacles, right? Like I said, the page is like a child, and you can see how joyful she is. And there's daisies, there's flowers that look like daisies right by her. I really love when things come in synchronicity in here like this. So yes, I think what this is trying to say, like here, the present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. Okay, so again, I think if you take a step back, you start with a very small gesture, and at the same time you look after yourself. Okay, you will be able to see that things might not be as bad as you think. And again, who's number one? You are. Put yourself first. No matter how important that person is, they are their own person. They are important to themselves. And you need to be important to you too. No one should be more important to you than your own self. Like, you know, those warnings that they give on flights. You need to look after yourself before you tend to those under your care. Because if you're not okay, you're not going to be okay. Alright, so pile 1, good luck to you. I hope this gives you a bit of clarity for your situation. If it does not resonate with you, that is fine. You can have a look at our other piles and also our other videos that are already up in the channel. And until then, see you again. Bye bye. Welcome to those of you who choose pile 2, buy cash. Okay, so let's talk a bit about this emoji card that you got, buy cash. Easy come, easy go. That's just how it is. Right? So basically what this emoji card is trying to say is that perhaps you've been spending a bit too much money. Okay, perhaps you've been spending a bit too easily, so your cash go bye-bye. I love this emoji. It means you bought stuff. Another interpretation of this is, of course, easy come, easy go. That's just how it is. So perhaps it might not even have to be money. Could be something that came into your life so easily and it just left just as quickly, just as easily. But that's just how things are sometimes. Okay, so let's have a look at your song. What do you have? You have Fix a Heart by Demi Lovato. Okay, so I'll link to the YouTube and also the Spotify of this song in the comments below. And let us have a look at your first card. What is the current situation for those who chose buy cash? 3 of Swords in reverse. Looks like there was a lot of pain in your heart, but it's in reverse. And usually with all the trouble cards in tarot, reversals generally mean that you are getting over it, you're healing it. Okay? You're releasing the pain. So what's wrong with releasing pain, right? Well, sometimes healing in itself can be a very challenging and very painful process. Sometimes just as painful as the pain that you were in. So why are you not feeling okay? Justice, a major arcana. So with the Justice card, alright, so justice usually comes to bring balance. It's a bit like the Temperance card, not quite like the Judgment card, although they kind of have, you know, their similar feels. Basically, it means that an unfair situation is being brought to attention. Okay, so it might be that the truth in your situation is coming out, and whether you're in the right or in the wrong, sometimes no one is in the right nor in the wrong 100%. Okay, because we all play a part in whatever problem that happens, because after all, it will take 2 people to distress. Okay, issues will not occur from one person alone. It happens from people reacting and reciprocating actions. Okay, so perhaps because the truth is being brought forward, because some unfairness is being given karma, during this process of healing the pain, you're feeling a bit unstable. Okay, you could also maybe be watching karma being given to the other person. and that might not sit well with you, because sometimes for some people, even when someone has done them wrong, they really don't want anything bad to happen to that person. And sometimes it's a bit hard to watch the people we love or the people we used to love to be in pain. Alright, so let's see what is the advice for you. Three of Pentacles in reverse. So Three of Pentacles to me is a teamwork card. Okay, working together on an issue. With it being in reverse, I think what it's saying is that you should refrain from offering help. You should not get in the way of just things that is being brought to the friend. Okay, instead, if there's anything you want to work on, if there's anything you want to work on, is yourself. Okay, focus that teamwork, that self-teamwork into you. Okay, 100% into you. I think yes, you can have a look at the song Fix a Heart that Demi Lovato sang about. It has something to do with heartbreak and working together, but a relationship is a tricky business. I think yes, try to give this song a listen. Okay, and let us see your botanical inspiration. Sweet pea, blissful pleasure. Follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. Joseph Campbell. Alright, let's see what's the inspirational message for you. Invite spirit into your life by simply allowing yourself to be inspired. Spend your energy on your creative passions and you will find bliss. So as I said just now, keep your hands out of working together with the person who has left. Okay? From working together with the person who has broken your heart that you are healing from. Let them go. They came in easy, they left. Let them leave as easily as that. Instead, work inside on yourself. Okay? Spend your energy on your creative passions, and there you will find your bliss, your happiness. Okay? I think that was really straightforward. It's a lot easier than pile 1. So that is all I have for you. Pile number 2 by Cash. Hope this resonates with you. I really wish you good luck in your situation. I know that healing sometimes is a tumultuous process. So good luck to you. And in the meantime, again, take care of yourself. Okay? Look inside you and realize again what brings you happiness aside from this person. What else used to bring you happiness before you knew them? Okay? Try to reignite old hobbies if you have. So, good luck. If this doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. You can choose our other piles and also our other videos that are already on the YouTube channel. And until then, I see you again. Bye-bye. Welcome to those of you who picked pile 3. Let's have a look at your emoji, alright? So you chose, ooh la la, regardless, I want a piece of that. Okay, so this emoji is clearly in love, and for good or for bad, it doesn't matter if it's good for them or not. They really would like to have that thing that they have their eyes set on. Okay, and let's see the song for you. Sad Song by Alesso and Bettini. Right, you can have a hear about that. So technically this song is also about a girl who is obsessed with someone. She's saying there, even though you sing a sad song, You make me feel happy. Alright. So it's clearly a song about being in love with someone. Okay, let's see. What is your situation here? 5 of Pentacles. So it seems like you feel that you've been left out in cold. It feels like someone has abandoned you. That's not a nice feeling to have, definitely. But as always with the 5 of Pentacles, they always say that help is just behind you. You just need to turn around and look. Everyone else could see your sadness and could see the good that is coming your way. But unless you turn around, unless you stand up and move, you're never gonna be able to see it. Alright, but enough about that. Let's see why this abandonment is making you not feel okay. Queen of Pentacles. Alright, let's see, how do we do this? Unlike the first pile, I'm not quite getting a mother figure from this, but rather oh, maybe wait, I am. Now that I look at it, look at how she has her arms, like she has a fist on her hips, right, where they like stand in front of you with their arms on their hips, going like, why have you not done this? It's a very demanding pose. Although she's smiling though, but those arms are standing out to me a lot more. So perhaps someone in your life a parent, a boss, okay, maybe someone in your work life is being very demanding of you. This is a bit odd though, because the the Queen of Pentacles is usually means stability, but it seems like perhaps it's these needs. You feel like you need to get that stability. Let me see if I can get clarifiers for this. So can you clarify the Queen of Pentacles? Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. No, too many. Queen of Cups in reverse. That just reminds me of pile number 1, because they had Queen of Pentacles in reverse for their situation. So yeah, perhaps this might be a female figure in your family who's being very demanding of you, or perhaps refraining love, or maybe their brand of love is a bit harsh, but what they mean for you, maybe their intentions are good. That's why she's smiling, because she feels like she's doing the right thing, but she's being far too harsh on you, and that makes you feel like you're not loved, makes you feel abandoned. Oh. Alright, let's see what's the advice that we have. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups, the card of looking back in the past, reminiscing about your childhood, about the good old days. Okay, maybe right now you feel like you've been abandoned because this Queen of Pentacles has been very harsh on you, and you feel like you're not loved at all, you're not cared for at all. But it's telling you to look back into your past. Okay, you can see there's this child and her mother figure. Alright. the child is so happy and they're giving a present to the mother figure, and the mother figure as well, she looks very lovingly to the child. So perhaps sorry, lizard sounds. Perhaps look back into the past where you and your mother, or you and the person, I would say the person, you and the person once had a better relationship. Didn't you have fun before, sometime in the past? And now my nephew is crying. So perhaps some of you have to go and revisit that very far past, where she used to be harsh to you, and remember when she scolded you, but it was for your own good. And also right now I'm remembering, I'm getting the image of, say, when you were a child, maybe you got hurt and you cried, or perhaps you woke up from a nightmare and you cried, and that person might have come around and comforted you. Alright? So I think what it's trying to tell you is that try to turn your head around and see that you're not actually being abandoned. The light of hope is just behind you. They might seem like they're being harsh, but they feel like it is for your own good. And try to look back in the past. Okay? Maybe not all hope is lost. Perhaps, maybe not only you should look back into the past. Perhaps the other person as well should be reminded of how much better times were before. Maybe one thing that you can do is try to look back at where is the point when you started feeling like you were abandoned. Trace back to the point when you first felt abandoned and see if you could speak to them. Okay? I'm starting to feel like this ooh la la is your parents' demand. I mean, your person's demands. It's like no matter what, they want you to do as they say. Okay, so let's see our botanical inspiration. The flux, unanimity and harmony. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. So your message here is one single flower does not make a bouquet. One voice alone cannot create harmony. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you work in unity, combining the flames of your own passion with others' energy and talents. Okay, so I think what it's saying here is that, alright, so perhaps you might need to work together with the person. Okay, talk to them, find a middle ground so that you guys can have harmony. Okay, and it's possible because in the past you guys used to have it good, right? So I think you should try and talk to them. Okay, so poetry, that is the reading that I have for you. I hope you will be able to go through our situation. I hope you feel better soon. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that is fine. You can have a look at all of our other piles and also our other videos that is up on the channel. So until then, I wish you good luck and see you again. Bye bye. Welcome to those of you who chose the pile number 4, white flag. Okay, so let's have a look at your emoji. White flag. Let's stop all these fightings. So it seems that to you, you're quite tired of arguing and you just want to rest and get along or get away from the person you're fighting with. Okay, so let's first look at your song. I Love Me by Demi Lovato. I like this song. It's about loving yourself first. There's a part in the song that goes like, I'm a black belt at beating myself up because she used to be very harsh on herself, and yet she's very kind to others. So this song basically is her putting up a white flag against fighting with herself, and she starts to focus inwards and love herself instead. If you watch the video of I Love Me, basically Demi showed her past, the harsh things that she went through. She was basically sharing with us her darkest moments. It's really beautiful. You should have a look at the song. Alright, so let's have a look at your current situation for those of you who chose the white flag. Temperance. Oh, seems like you're currently trying to get balance. Okay, so your situation right now is you're trying to get balance and harmony. You're trying to control. You see how she's standing on a rock, but the rock is being balanced on a very tiny tip. You can see how both sides of her clothes are kind of similar. There's two ribbons, although not identical. And the water in her cup is also similar, although not identical. And they're coming together to make sure that she is safely still stable. Alright, so let's see, why are you not feeling okay? Five of Swords in reverse. Alright, so it looks like there was a big fight with someone. There's a big fight with someone, but the Five of Swords is in reverse, and that means you are healing from it. You're working through the fight that you had. Okay, perhaps you're not talking to the person or anything, you're not engaging the person you fought with, but the Five of Swords is a very harsh fight. Okay, where, do you know, with the Five of Wands is considered an argument, which is why the Six of Wands is victory. That means someone won. But with Five of Swords, what comes after is the Six of Swords, which is moving away. Because when you fight this harshly, no one wins. And even as you work past it, I wouldn't think it's an easy thing to do. It's probably just about as painful, because you'll be remembering the fight and how terrible it was. That's alright. Okay, sorry guys. My phone battery actually died on me, and I kind of like lost to 1 or 2 minutes of recording, but that's fine, that's okay. So let's continue again. I'm gonna go back to where I missed. So I was looking at the cards again while I was charging, so I kind of remembered that, excuse me, kind of remembered that one of the, okay, we say that the Five of Swords is you working through the fight, right? So for Five of Swords, people generally get hurt, and Six of Swords talks about moving away from the fight. So what would usually be meant with working through the Five of Swords is trying to make things right. Okay, just like this white flag, you're trying to make the fighting stop. So one of the important keywords for Five of Swords in reverse is reconciliation, getting back together. So now that I'm looking at this again, this might be why you're feeling not okay, because you're considering about how to reconcile, because you don't want to fight anymore, but you also don't want to go to the Six of Pentacles. You don't want to move away. And in the current situation, you're trying to find balance. Balance is actually a very good card. Reconciling is also a very good card. Five of Swords in reverse is very good. But I can understand that sometimes it's still a burden in the mind. And a lot of thoughts can come to you when you're trying to reconcile, because after all, you've hurt each other. And you wouldn't begin to know where to start, what to say, or how it's gonna come out. Because reconciliation, just like a fight, it takes two. Balance takes two as well. Alright, so let's see what's the message that we have for you. What's the advice for Pile 4? Two of Swords. So Two of Swords is another decision card, but unlike the others, okay, you can see that she's blindfolded. A lot of the things in the sword suit is scary, because you have the Five of Swords, which is a terrible fight. You have the Two of Swords, which is making choices without fully knowing. So what this is saying is that you still need to make that choice. You need to accept that you will not know 100%. Maybe you will not know the outcome. You will not know the whole story. And yet, this is a choice that you still need to make between two. Perhaps whether to reconcile or not to. And you can see that her facial expression is very firm, and her swords are held at ready. She is ready to cut things. Okay. She is ready to make sure that even though she does not know the decision that she's going to make, she feels that it is going to be in her best interest. Okay. if you feel that this is not a fight with another person, but rather how you've been fighting with yourself, like how the song I Love Me suggests, if you feel that this is a fight within you about you, then it's still an own choice that you have to make. Sometimes when we are fighting with our own selves, we tell ourselves so many things that we start to blind ourselves. We can't see beyond the voices in our heads. But still, you need to make that choice. Reconcile with yourself. Reconcile with your person. Okay? Whether they give you a yes or a no, whether they cooperate or not, at least it's an action on your behalf that if it's a negative response, then at least you will know that is that. Choice has been made and resolution has been achieved. Then I think you can find balance in yourself. Okay, so let's see what's the message that we have for you, the oracle. Anemone. Anticipation. I felt like an arrow pulled back and ready to be launched into something big. A.B. Shepherd. Alright, let's see what's your inspirational message for the anemone. When others begin to lose hope, you sense bright possibilities on the horizon. Like the daughter of the wind, you eagerly anticipate the changes and challenges of each new dawn. Alright. Okay. Anticipation. Alright, I think what this is telling you is embrace this feeling of unknown. Okay? Embrace this stress of not knowing where you are going to be shot into, but be ready to shoot yourself into the situation, into the reconciliation, into your future. Okay? What you're facing right now, your Five of Swords, is the stress of, like the arrow, the bow. Okay, it's like the bow being pulled back and it's very tight. All right, it's going to be released soon, so get ready for the bow to be released, for you to be shot forward. Okay, for you to make the decision. All right, so Pal 4, that is all that I have for you. I wish you the best of luck in what you're trying to achieve. I hope it goes well for you. Yes, yeah, no one likes to fight. So yes, I hope this helps. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's alright. You can have a look at all our other piles and maybe our other videos that's already up on the channel. And also, until then, I think I will take my leave. Thank you. Bye bye.